You're not lazy, you're drifting. Most people work hard but go in circles because the problem isn't effort, it's direction. Here's the simple core from Earl Nightingale. You become what you think about. Worry and conformity steal attention you never aimed. So we're turning the strangest secret into a plan you can start today. I'll show you how to set a worthy ideal, use the farmer mind analogy to guide your thoughts, and run Nightingale's 30-day test to make it real. There's a secret step that makes this 10 times easier coming up. Let's get practical right now. Core idea from Nightingale. Thought shapes destiny. Here's why this matters. When your thinking has no aim, fear fills the gap. Confusion becomes the default. You drift with the 95% and your days react to whatever shows up. That's the hidden cost of unguided thought, anxious energy with no payoff. Nightingale's point is blunt. We become what we think about. He anchors it with voices across time, Marcus Aurelius, Emerson, William James, and sums it with a rule you already know: as you sow, so shall you reap. The mind returns what you plant. That's the farmer analogy. Plant corn, get corn. Plant nightshade, get poison. The land doesn't argue. It multiplies whatever you give it. Your mind is the same, far more powerful and just as neutral. Think confusion, get confusion. Think a concrete, worthwhile goal, and you move toward it because your actions follow your dominant thought. Now here's where most people mess up: conformity. People copy the 95% without asking where they're going. Nightingale calls success the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, not luck, not status, the steady movement toward a deliberate aim. That can be a teacher who chose to teach, a parent who chose to raise a family well, a craftsperson who chose excellence. The common thread is intention. Use this mental model: a ship with a destination versus a ship with no captain. The first almost always arrives, the second drifts, crashes, or stalls. Goals are your navigation. Without them, your thoughts chase fear. With them, your thoughts organize around the target. Once you accept that thought is the engine, you need a target that deserves your focus. The thing most people miss is defining an ideal that's both meaningful and controllable. Let's build that next. Define a worthy ideal the Nightingale way. Why start here? Because if you don't choose an aim, worry chooses one for you. You follow the crowd, soak in random inputs, and your thoughts default to problems, not plans. A worthy ideal gives your mind a job. It tells your attention where to live. So what is a worthy ideal in Nightingale's terms? It's a deliberate, predetermined aim aligned with your role and values. It's worthy because it contributes. It's ideal because it directs you. The truth is simple. Your days become the proof of what you aim at. Here's a quick checklist to shape it. Clear. You can say it in one sentence without jargon. Constructive. It builds you and others. No harm, no shortcuts. Specific. It names a clear direction, not a vague wish. Controllable by daily actions. You can influence it every day through inputs you own. Now, the thing most people miss is focus. William James warned against wishing for 100 incompatible things. Pick one core ideal. That one choice reduces friction, removes decision fatigue, and concentrates effort. One ideal, many supporting actions. Write it down. Use a single sentence for the goal and one line for why it matters. This locks your mind onto the destination and fuels persistence. Put it on a card or note you'll actually see. Read it morning and night. Not for hype, for alignment. You're training attention like a muscle. Next, visualize. Nightingale points to acting as if the thing were real. In practice, that means this. Briefly picture the day you'd live if the goal were achieved. What would you do, learn, and deliver? Let that image shape your behavior now. Keep it short and grounded. This is a mental rehearsal, not a fantasy loop. Okay, so how do you know your ideal is solid? Run it through 3 tests. Can I describe the outcome in one breath? Can I list 3 daily inputs I control that move it forward? Does it create value beyond me, service, quality, or growth? If you remember nothing else, remember this. Make it controllable by input, not by outcome. You can't control timing, luck, or other people. You can control what you study, what you practice, and how you serve. Let me show you exactly how to phrase it. Use this template. My worthy ideal is direction outcome by consistently doing 3 controllable inputs. I'm committed because one-line reason, short, clear, actionable. Once that's locked, you're ready for a daily method that moves your thoughts and actions toward it without fail. That's where Nightingale's 30-day test comes in next. The 30-day test, Nightingale's practical challenge. Now we test the idea in real life. For 30 days, you give your mind one job. Think about your worthy ideal and how to move toward it today, not someday, today. The reason is simple. Thought without direction defaults to worry. This test replaces worry with deliberate focus, long enough to feel the shift. Here's the rule that drives the challenge. As you sow, so shall you reap. Plant the goal, plant the actions, plant the attitude. The mind returns what you plant with interest. For 30 days, you train it to return clarity, resilience, and momentum. What do you actually do? Start with a card or note that has your one-sentence goal and your one-line reason. Each morning, read it slowly. Ask one question. What are the top 3 controllable actions I can take today that move this forward? Write them under the card or on a fresh note. Keep the list short. Inputs only. Study, practice, outreach, service, then act. At midday, reset. Read the card again. If your mind drifted into fear, bring it back. Nightingale's instruction is to dismiss negative thoughts and return your attention to the goal and the next right action. Don't wrestle the fear, replace it. The shortcut nobody teaches is that replacement beats resistance. In the evening review, did you complete the 3 inputs? What did you learn? What's the next obvious step? Note quick lessons, not judgments. You're measuring effort, not luck. The goal is to build a pattern of thinking and doing that your mind can trust. Guardrails matter. First, no excuses. If you miss, don't start over, resume immediately. Second, keep your inputs controllable. Get promoted isn't an input. Deliver one measurable improvement to my team is. Third, avoid the conformity trap. Stay off autopilot media and rooms that flood you with doubt. Choose inputs that reinforce your ideal. When money or results come up, filter them through service. Nightingale points to value creation, serve better, and rewards follow. So ask daily, how can I add real value to someone tied to this ideal? Make that one of your actions. It keeps the test grounded and ethical. Expect resistance in week 1. That's normal. By week 2, you'll notice your attention returns faster. By week 3, the actions feel automatic. By week 4, you've built proof that your dominant thought organizes your day. That's the payoff. You're no longer drifting, you're directing. Turn thought into systems, actions that match the ideal. Once you've run the test, you've got momentum. Now lock it in with systems so your progress doesn't depend on mood. Thought is the engine, systems are the rails. Without rails, you slide back to randomness. Convert your worthy ideal into a weekly plan built on measurable inputs. Keep it simple. One learning input, one service action, one accountability check, repeated daily. Learning sharpens you. Service aligns you with value. Accountability keeps you honest. Here's how to set it up. First, learning input. Choose a narrow skill or concept that supports your ideal. Study a short slice daily and apply it the same day. Second, service action. Identify a person or group you can help using your growing skill. Do one clear act that delivers value. Third, accountability check. At a set time, report your 3 daily inputs to a partner, group, or even a private log. Make it visible enough that skipping feels awkward. Track inputs, not outcomes. Use a simple grid, dates across, 3 inputs down. Check them off daily. At week's end, review the pattern. What input moved the needle most? What's noise you can drop? Adjust the next week's plan, one change at a time. Remove conformity by shaping your environment. Curate your feeds, workspace, and conversations to reflect your ideal. If something drags your mind into worry, swap it for a neutral or supportive alternative. You're guarding the field where you plant. Setback planning is crucial. You will face doubt, delays, and distractions. Decide your response now, replacement thought plus immediate action. When worry spikes, read the card, state one next input, and start it within 2 minutes. Motion beats rumination. As this system runs, layer in small upgrades, automate what you can, batch similar tasks, create checklists for recurring steps. The aim isn't perfection, it's consistency. Once you nail that, everything else clicks. You become the kind of person whose days line up behind one clear ideal. You've got the idea, the test, and the rails. The last step is tight. Keep your mind on the ideal and your hands on controllable work. That combination compounds. Conclusion. You become what you think about, so choose a worthy ideal and point your mind at it every day through controllable inputs. Start the 30-day test now. Write your goal, review it morning and night, and track one action per day. If this helped you even a little, hit subscribe. Let's keep growing together.